Happy Black History Month! All month long, we'll dive into the lives of accomplished Black individuals celebrating their achievements. It's the perfect way to kickstart your weekend. No, really, we're starting off with The Weeknd. Enjoy his eccentric presentations and concerts or not, you cannot deny that his vocal style and production are entertaining and versatile. He's widely known for his skyrocketing falsetto and its singular tremolo. He began his career in 2010 recording songs and uploading them anonymously to YouTube. A year later, things changed for this artist. He released mixtapes like House of Balloons and Thursday and rapidly gained recognition from several mainstream publications, probably due to his dark R&B style and the mystery surrounding his identity. On earlier albums, he often used drugs to help with his writer's block, such as ketamine, cocaine, MDMA, mushrooms, and cough syrup. He often referred to drugs as a crutch for him when it came to his music writing. In his spare time, he enjoys watching television and is an avid gamer.
Born on February 16, 1990, Abel McConnell Tesfaye, better known as The Weeknd, was born in Toronto, Ontario, and raised by his mother and grandmother in Scarborough, Ontario, after his parents split up. In the 1980s, Abel's mother and grandmother immigrated to Canada from Ethiopia, making him fluent in Amharic and English.
In an interview by Josh Ellis for Rolling Stone, when asked about his father, Abel said, quote, "I saw him vaguely when I was 6 and then again when I was 11 or 12, and he had a new family and kids. I don't even know where he lived. I'd see him for like a night. I'm sure he's a great guy. I never judged him. He wasn't abusive. He wasn't an alcoholic. He wasn't an asshole. He just wasn't there." End quote. Abel attended West Hill Collegiate Institute and Birchmount Park Collegiate Institute in Scarborough, but in 2007, around the age of 17, Abel quit school, left home, and devoted himself to the wild life of partying. He described his teenage years as the movie Kids, just without the AIDS. He began smoking pot at age 11 and segued into harder drugs. He has described shoplifting to supplement his use of ecstasy, oxy, Xanax, cocaine, psilocybin, and ketamine. Strapped for cash, he eventually got a job at American Apparel, and around the same time, he began writing songs about drug use, alienation, and casual sex.
By a stroke of luck or fate, he later met musician and producer Jeremy Rose, and the two started working together. Together, they wrote and produced songs such as Love Music and The Morning. These songs were uploaded as audio files to YouTube in 2010, and with the help of fellow Canadian rapper Drake, who posted about them on his blog, their popularity grew rapidly. Drake further helped advance his career by giving him greater access to recording opportunities. Drake later gave Abel an even bigger boost by featuring The Weeknd on his album Take Care. As grateful as he is to Drake, his help gave him mixed feelings, as a number of songs The Weeknd had written for his own album, House of Balloons, ended up on Drake's album. The Weeknd often refers to Drake as his quote-unquote closest friend in the industry at the time, but still he says, quote, "I gave him almost half of my album. It's hard. I will always be thankful. If it wasn't for the light that he shined on me, who knows where I'd be? And everything happens for a reason. That said, you never know what I would say if this success wasn't in front of me now." End quote.
By March 2011, he finally put together his mixtape, House of Balloons, which was compiled of 9 songs. The others he gave to Drake. You're welcome, Drake. Which was released as a free download. In July of 2011, he made his first public appearance as The Weeknd in a Toronto nightclub. In 2016, he released his famous hit and one of my personal faves, Starboy, which featured collaborations with Kendrick Lamar and Daft Punk. This hit skyrocketed to the top and procured him a Grammy for the Best Urban Contemporary Album. Abel explains in that same Rolling Stone interview how when he first started, he was an unlikely star. Quote, "I was everything an R&B singer wasn't. I wasn't in shape, I wasn't a pretty boy, I was awkward as I didn't like the way I looked in pictures. When I saw myself on a digital camera, I was like, yeesh," end quote. The then anonymous R&B sensation would decline interviews in the beginning of his career, in part because of his fear of not being well spoken. He stated, quote, "Me not finishing school, in my head, I still have this insecurity when I'm talking to someone educated. I don't want them to look at me and think this f***ing retard. No disrespect," end quote. He also admitted to doing crossword puzzles to improve his vocabulary, and to this day, he wishes he was more articulate. With musical inspirations like Michael Jackson, Prince, and R. Kelly, The Weeknd says he's always had an admiration for the musical era before he was born, as he grew up listening to various musical genres like soul, hip-hop, funk, indie rock, and post-punk. In addition to being talented in the musical industry, he also appeared on the movie Uncut Gems, playing himself, and his voice also starred in shows like Robot Chicken and American Dad. This R&B artist also manages to get himself into trouble. For example, during a trip to Las Vegas in 2015, he was arrested for punching a local police officer, to which he pleaded no contest and was sentenced to 50 hours of community service.
What's no contest? And how do you plead that? I mean, I'm just asking for a friend.
In some U.S. jurisdictions, a defendant may plead no contest, meaning they neither admit nor dispute a charge, which serves as an alternative to pleading guilty or not guilty. The Weeknd is also scheduled to perform in this year's Super Bowl halftime show, and I'm absolutely sure he will wow us with his theatrics. And that's it, folks. Thanks for...
Wait. What about his bloody face? Was he in an accident or was it plastic surgery? What's going on?
Oh, that. No, he's just fine. This creative artist is telling us a story, not only through his music, but outfits and stage makeup as well. His bloody face and bandages he wore to various award ceremonies was just makeup. One part of this idea is that his bloody face and bandages were a side effect of a surgery he'd gotten to remake his face. It all started about a year ago, or more. Who knows anymore with COVID-19? Anyway, he appeared on Saturday Night Live with bloody makeup. Fans quickly realized that it must be a reference to his recent music video Blinding Lights, where he's seen beaten to a bloody pulp by bouncers and he drives drunk. He can also be seen in a red suit of some kind on various occasions for over a year. The Weeknd hasn't explained yet why he's wearing this makeup and red suit for over a year. Fans suspect, though, that the look or fad may be over by the Super Bowl halftime show, as he can be seen in the Super Bowl teaser trailer with no traces of blood or a red suit whatsoever.
Our next accomplished star was the first African-American woman to travel into space. She also worked for Flying Doctor Station in East Africa, where The Weeknd's ancestry is from. Join us next time when we take you back in time on a rocket ship.